Christmas came early this year with the announcement this week of the details of the new NISA that's going to be starting in 2024. It is basically the answer to my prayers. Everything that I didn't like about the old NISA has been improved and fixed in the new version. So what is this new NISA? There was actually already a new NISA, the Shin NISA, that was due to start in 2024, but it was horrible. It was even more complicated than the current version, and it wasn't fit for purpose. So it's been scrapped, and it's being replaced with the Atarashi NISA. So I call this the Eternal NISA, because this NISA has no limit on the tax-free period. Once you invest in the new NISA account, your investments will be tax-free forever until you sell them or die, I guess. So that's amazing. That's exactly what we wanted from this account. The annual contribution limit is much bigger. So until now, you've had the regular NISA where you could put in 1.2 million yen a year, but it was only tax-free for 5 years. Or you had the Tsumitate NISA where you could put in 400,000 yen a year and it was tax-free for 20 years. Well, this new NISA, you can put in up to 3.6 million yen per year and it will be tax-free forever. Now, that 3.6 million yen is not a single block, it's 2 blocks. The first block, you can put in up to 1.2 million yen of mutual funds. This is basically like the Tsumitate NISA used to be. The other block, the 2.4 million yen block, this can be more mutual funds if you want, or you can choose to invest in ETFs or shares instead. And the new NISA has a new lifetime allowance. So over the lifetime of the account, you can put in up to 18 million yen into the account, and then those investments can then grow beyond 18 million yen, but it's the amount you can put in the first place that's limited. And this amount is broken up in the same way. So 6 million of that has to be mutual funds, and the other 12 million can be whatever you want. Now, I do have a few questions because the details have been released, but they haven't been confirmed by the FSA yet. So there's 3 big questions remaining in my mind. One is, are we going to be able to rebalance within the account? Are we going to be able to sell things and then get our 18 million yen lifetime allowance back and then reinvest again using that allowance? That's my first question. Second question is, are children going to be able to use this account? There's been rumors that people under 18 will also be able to use the new NISA account. That would be very welcome because the current children's NISA, the junior NISA, finishes next year. And my third question is, are we going to be able to roll over our current regular NISAs into the new NISA? Regardless of the answer to those questions, I think the new NISA is pretty amazing anyway. It's a huge upgrade over what we have at the moment, and it addresses all the things that I didn't like about the first one. The complexity, the fact that there were 2, so you had to choose. This stopped a lot of people because they just kind of got stuck at that point. And basically how user unfriendly it was. But now this new one, very easy to understand. You've got a very generous annual limit that you can pay into. And once you reach a certain amount of money, then that's your lifetime limit as well. So it's pretty easy to use. I will be trying to max out my new NISA when it starts in 2024. So that's trying to find 3.6 million yen to invest into the new NISA each year, and then I'm going to try and max it out in the 5 years. If you pay in the full amount every year, you'll use up your lifetime allowance within 5 years. Now, of course, there's no need to do that. You can pay in a smaller amount every year and use up your lifetime allowance more slowly if that matches your current lifestyle. Unfortunately for American citizens, not much has changed. So you can still use NISA, or at least you can use the stocks part of it to invest in Japanese equities. But it's not going to be recognized as tax exempt by the US government, and it's going to be a bit of a hassle. So for Americans, the standard advice remains: don't bother investing in Japan, just invest using a US broker instead. So, what do you think? Have you got any questions about the new NISA? Are you excited? Are you as excited as I am? If you do have questions, please stick them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer those.